Welcome to this edition of the Renegade Report. Oh, they faked me out right there. Welcome to this week's edition of the Renegade Report with the last of the Bowser Boys, first of the Grider Gang, and the former General in Coach Chudy's Army, former DB and Coach Kenny Calvin. And today, in our community spotlight, we have Mr. Paul Pavletich. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, man. I know. One of the things we talked about during the break was just history of our connection to this Renegade legacy. So let's give the world a little bit of a description of how you're connected to the Renegade legacy. I know, of course, and we'll get into that, but let's introduce the world to Mr. Pavletich, the Renegade.
Well, Kenny, it started with my dad being a huge sports fan, growing up in McFarland, and he called up the Bakersfield Dodgers and said, the guy calling the games doesn't know baseball, and I know it a lot better. And that started him on a trek of calling athletic events here in Bakersfield, and the Renegades being one of them that he loved. And both my brothers, Scott and John, and I all went to Bakersfield College. None of us played. We were.
You were class president, right?
I was student body president, and John was the student body officer. Scott was simply a student. And but we had a lot of good times. Our vacations were planned around football games. If BC was playing at the beach, our vacation was a long trip to the beach. And so my mom was a huge Renegade fan. Probably went to as many games as my dad did.
Absolutely.
And so my dad did that through '92, and then John, my brother, took over and did it for about 17 years. So we definitely bleed Renegade Red.
Well, I absolutely agree. I have a few trophies in my man cave with the Pavletich name on it, and that's what made me so proud about today. You know, outside the fact that every day when I'm driving around the city of Bakersfield, I see one of the trucks with the Pavletich name on it. And there's times where we don't even see each other, but you hear a horn. That's me 90% of the time. Hey, Pavletich, hey, those are my guys right there. And one of the things that made you guys special to me, and I'm getting goosebumps as I say this, when you reflect as a player and you get a chance to win these awards, you never know what's coming when these banquets happen. And all of a sudden you're placed with this piece of hardware. And it was 24 years ago that I was a player here, and I got my first trophy with the Pavletich name on it. And I still have that. You have no idea the impact that those small mementos have on players like us. That gave me the motivation to want to seek higher standards as a player and as a person, because the Pavletich name is one synonymous with Bakersfield College and Bakersfield and the city itself. You know, so before we get into any other details, I want you to understand how special you guys are to me, and we don't get a chance to talk like this much. And there's thousands of players who will tell you the same thing. You guys have a monumental piece in our motivation as players and people, you know, and what you guys done over the years for us has been, you know, words can't describe it, you know, and that's kind of why I'm rambling, because I just reflect on how proud I was to get that trophy. It also came with a little check. You know what I mean? Like, you guys, I mean, it used to look so forward to that experience. So let's talk about the influence that you guys have had from a sponsoring and booster opportunity as a Pavletich family.
You know, we've done a lot of things, and you know, my dad passed away in 1993.
Wow.
And but you constantly hear stories from coaches and players about things that Dad did and didn't really ask for any accolades, didn't ask for anybody to recognize him. There was a lot of players that came to Bakersfield College. They didn't have enough money to eat.
I was one of them.
And there's some players that were on this '88 team that, you know, they didn't come from means of you know, their parents being able to send them money, and neither did we. You know, my mom and dad grew up in McFarland and Delano, and Bakersfield was the big city.
Yes, sir.
And my parents, their goal for us was that we went to Bakersfield College, and then hopefully went and got a 4-year degree, and all of us that wanted to do that in the family have done that. And my parents kind of laid out you got to be. It's not about you. It's about what you can do, and it's. I guess it would be like a legacy. You know, my dad and his friendships with the football coaches, with the athletic directors, with even the presidents of colleges. You didn't realize that it wasn't just them being buddies. It was they were friends.
Yes.
And they would help each other out when kids needed help. Things just they got fed.
Yes.
You know?
You guys built the community. You know, it's examples like that that, you know, we got to look over this timeline. Here I am 25 years later, former player and coach, have an opportunity to work as a sports media guy because of people like you who instilled the confidence in us. I definitely didn't have an expectation of working in sports media 25 years ago as a player. I was just trying to figure out how I can make it out of Bakersfield, you know. but you know, the legacy that you guys help establish creates confidence in us, and that's why we talk about the business perspective, because the reason you're here, we talk about life after football and what it means to be a Renegade after that walk and what you do in the community. And that's why we have you here. So just reflecting on that, man, it gets no bigger, you know, and I can't wait to see the next generation of Pavletiches, you know, who are going to come in to take place, you know, of those who came before them, you know, and just reflecting on the name and seeing the business still transition into this millennium, you know, is just an amazing thing. So Mr. Pavletich, what else is happening with the family from a business standpoint right now?
Well, I guess I could talk about the kids that are in college or going to college, and John's kids are kind of in that wheelhouse. They were football players, but his first son, Jake, is in his last year at Fullerton, plays baseball there, and graduated and is working on his master's.
Nice.
His daughter Jessica is a mathematics teacher at Garces.
Beautiful.
Graduated from here at Cal State Bakersfield. Jordan is going to be a junior at Boise State.
Wow.
And
Broncos.
Josh, Broncos. Josh is a senior at Garces, and he is has been accepted at a few schools. He wants to be a doctor.
Wow.
And so John's looking at taking on 3 other jobs so he can pay for that. But Scott's kids are all done with college. Scott's our older brother. John's the middle, and I'm the youngest. I waited until I found the right woman to marry, and my wife and I have a 7-year-old and a 10-year-old. The 10-year-old is going on 21, and the 7-year-old is trying to follow along. So,
well, I could definitely identify with that. I have
Exactly.
a 13-year-old daughter right now. She hasn't got a B in 7 years, straight A's, you know, for the last 7 years. My son just went to the Army Tuesday, you know, and just thinking about my transition into fatherhood, you know, and how it's almost over because they're growing up so quick. And here I am. I still feel like a kid sometimes, you know, being able to reflect on these opportunities. So let's talk about this week. We got homecoming. I know you guys are going to be deep as a family. Are you guys going to tailgate it all this week?
We'll definitely be out there a lot earlier, I think, than normal. You've got a group of people that you know. You always see the Mannings out there, and
I always see Chad on the grill.
They're out there sometimes on Friday. I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot of people out there early, and I'm looking forward to it because this is the reunion of all reunions.
Oh man!
And you know, just seeing some of the guys outside that are going to be coming in, I've seen him maybe once in 30 years.
Yes.
Now I was you know, simply the biggest fan, I guess I should say, being a student body president. But what these football players have done, not only in the community for the past 30 years, and what you're doing is I think a direct correlation to the leadership that they've gotten through the Walt Johnsons, the Carl Bowsers, the Harville
Yes.
Pollards,
Man.
the Dwayne Damerons. You
Coach.
know, if you ever been slapped by Coach Dameron,
Oh,
you
man.
know,
Whistle to the helmet.
exactly. You know, it's just, you know, one thing my dad told me about the coaches is that he said, you know, he goes, not a lot of guys are invited to come to any practice they want to, but the coaches always told me that I could walk straight up to the coach and talk to him during a practice. And I know I did it during your years.
Oh, yeah.
And would come up with Bowser and Greider and Coach Chudy, and just see how they're doing, see what's going on, see what's kind of cracking in their brain, and see what we can do to make their job easier.
Absolutely.
And so we're excited about this weekend. A big game, a lot of people coming into town, celebrating something that hasn't happened in a long time.
Wow.
And we're looking forward to seeing rekindling a lot of friendships that we haven't been able to talk or haven't seen each other in probably 30 years.
Beautiful experience.
Yeah.
Beautiful place to play. But more than anything, probably the most prestigious junior college. I won't say probably. I'm taking that back. The most prestigious junior college program in the country. And I'm proud to call it home, Bakersfield College. So, Mr. Pavletich, before we go to break, I want to tell you something. If you have an opportunity to be a sponsor of a trophy this season, let me know because I want to help and sponsor that. I don't care if it's monetary or, you know, just.
I think we do. I think we just do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Calvin, Paul Pavletich, Bakersfield College legend, legacy. We'll be right back after the break with national champion Stan Green and Lindsey Collins right after the break.
Renegade fans, mark your calendars for the 2018 BC football homecoming game Saturday, October 27, 6 p.m. against the East LA Huskies. The 1988 National Championship BC football team will be honored at halftime, and after the game, be sure to stick around for a special fireworks show over Memorial Stadium. You're not going to want to miss this one. Buy your tickets now by visiting Pavletich.com or by calling 1-888-825-5484. Go Gays!
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gades!
Growth starts small, from a seed or an idea or a plan for your future. And with the right tools, the right guidance, things start to happen. At Rabobank, we know about growth because we provide banking for communities grounded in agriculture, helping people like you and communities like ours thrive with the right banking solutions. It's why at Rabobank, we roll up our sleeves to go to work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
Work hard is what you've heard your whole life. Why not work smarter? Chevy trucks are ready when you are. Ready to load, haul, and get you around town in style. It starts here at Three-Way Chevrolet. Come in this month for truck deals that are big. Save over $10,500 on a 2018 Silverado. Or get a brand new 2019 Colorado for under $22,000. All this and more can always be found at Three-Way Chevrolet and threewaychevrolet.com. Selection, savings, and service at your hometown dealership.
Renegade fans, mark your calendars for the 2018 BC football homecoming game Saturday, October 27, 6 p.m. against the East LA Huskies. The 1988 National Championship BC football team will be honored at halftime, and after the game, be sure to stick around for a special fireworks show over Memorial Stadium. You're not going to want to miss this one. Buy your tickets now by visiting Pavletich.com or by calling 1-888-825-5484. Go Gays!